Okay, what's this mystery that you want to do? Well, I've been thinking, ugh, why's the computer making that noise? I thought you two fixed it. What we did, we cleaned out the filter, that fan, because we already did that like 10 times. And I don't know why it keeps making that sound. Maybe it needs to be replaced? Really? We're gonna have to buy a new one, an air filter fan, because those things are expensive. Yeah, anyways, the mystery I want to do is Monster House. Really? There's already videos covered about the Monster House and the lore. So why you wanna do an unsolved mystery about this one? Yeah, that's kind of. But hear me out. Well, ever since the four of us watched the film, I've been thinking, and I realized something. The fence. Yes, we saw the scenes and the fences. What's that have to do with anything? Well, I've been thinking about it, and I wondered, why does Constance, why does she, why does she allow the fence to be built around the trees? When you think about it, the tree lines and the fence, why does she allow to be built around it? You know, that does have a good point. Yeah. Well, I think it's one of those things like as long as you don't come into the property line. I mean, the tree might have been different because the kids have been messing with the house. So she was like, "I'm done with your crap." Yeah, that makes sense though. I mean, if you enter the property line, because that would have been different. Because even though the even though the fences were built behind the trees, that wouldn't make much of a difference. But the question is, why did Constance allow the fences to be built around the trees? I mean, whoever built the fences must have been attacked by Constance. Or did Nebercracker stop her from doing that? That's a good question, though. But here's another thing. I find it really weird. She fell to her death into the basement, and the cement fell on top of her. And like any normal person, instead of digging her out, I mean, they're just like, let's just build a house around it, on top of her. Yeah, that is weird. I mean, how would they get her out? Yeah, how? Okay, let me say this. She fell to her death. That's a pretty heavy impact. Trust me. A large individual, when they go tipsy, it's a pretty heavy impact. You don't have any inertia to stop you instead of a gravity itself. But once you hit like a cement ground, you're kind of screwed. There's no coming back from it. You would be paralyzed, or worse. You'll fall to your death impact. From that height, no one could survive that. That is true. Yeah, you kind of have a point there. Even if she was buried under cement, what did they even dig her out? Or why didn't he dig her out? Well, what if they would have even helped? Who's they? Anyone. They're in a town. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's messed up. Well, it could have been the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Remember when they fell? They're in the middle of nowhere. But there's kids throwing eggs at her. Well, yeah, what I'm saying is between then and now is like 40 years. They could have done it anytime. I mean, that's just weird and disturbing. That why never Cracker to even dig her out. But instead, he even put a cage around it in the basement. Well, you're not wrong. Ugh. And can you fix that noise? It's annoying. Unfortunately, we can't because we already cleaned out the filter and everything. I'm... Anyways, well, you do have a point there. It's disturbing that why Nevercracker didn't even bother digging out Constance from cement and all that. Oh, and another thing that I want to point out. The whole chase scene when Constance chased the kids and Nevercracker to the neighborhood. And the one thing that stands out, where are the people out? Where are the people? I mean, seriously. You're not the only one. I realized it too. Yeah, what happened to the people outside trick-or-treating? I mean, wouldn't they see a freaking house that is a monster house walking around chasing the four people? Would have they even seen it? Yeah, where were they? I find it really odd that there is no one there. Or what about the end of the film where they heard an explosion when DJ throw dynamite at the monster house and explode? And nobody even heard, because I'm even going to comment on that. Or even saw the explosion. I mean, really, where were they? Maybe the film directors or makers didn't even have the budget or the money to make any voice actors or make models of the characters. Why don't we ask them? Maybe they know why there are no people during that whole monster house chase scene. Why don't we ask them? I highly doubt they will respond to us, even if we ask that question. I highly doubt that. Yeah, you do have a point. Well, I guess the mystery that we'll never know. The first one being, why did Constance allow the fence to be built along the trees? And second, why didn't Nevercracker even dig her out of the basement when she died? And third, why are there no people during the monster house chase scene and the monster house's death by a dynamite explosion? Well, I guess that's a mystery that will never be solved or never know, for any reasons. Well, now with that one done, let's move on to the next lesson. Why do I feel like this is high school all over again? Well, yeah, except for the unsolved mysteries of characters or theories or whatnot. Now, class, who is this girl? That's Kotonoha Katsura from School Days. I mean, it's not that hard to recognize a character. Yeah, not only that, according to this, the Katsura-san is the main heroine of School Days and secondary character in Summer/Shiny Days and Cross Days. But we do not speak of those games. We do not speak of it. Why? Trust me, you do not want to know. Not only that, she was raised in a wealthy family. she had slim social life because she has been bullied by all the girls being jealous of her beauty and all that. And also, because Otome, who frequently bullies Katsura along with the trio of girls. And her personality is generally intelligent, gentle, polite, and well educated, with reserved character. But she does display. Don't say it. Yandere. I told you not to say that word. That's forbidden. You do not speak of the word yandere. I mean, that is true. And that is correct. Yes. Kotonoha is a yandere, but she's more different. Different how? Well, typical yanderes will kill their mate if they cheated on them, or not being in love with them anymore. Typically they would kill them, but Kotonoha, she never does that. Cause you watch the anime where she never kills Makoto. Well, that is true, we did saw it, but yeah, but I thought yanderes would kill their lover or their potential lover if they cheated on them or being confessed to by another girl. Well, technically, Kotonoha doesn't do that because, for one, she would never kill Makoto, even though he cheated on her, but she didn't do it. Wonder what that is. Yeah, that is true. She never kills her mate. That is correct. And she would be very direct and blunt, because in the game where you try to break up with her, Kotonoha will be very bold and very suggestive to get Makoto from not breaking up with her. As I said before, Kotonoha would never kill her mate, but she would kill that female that is interfering with their relationship, like Sekai. Oh yeah, I've seen the anime at the end. And the School Days HD video game as well. But what about the manga of School Days? Well, for that, I haven't seen the manga of School Days. Me neither. Same here. Me too as well. Really? You haven't seen the School Days manga at all? No? Really? Where have you been? Where have you been missing? Hey, sorry, we only focus on anime, not manga. Really? Once we're done, I'm showing you the manga of School Days. Huh, I just see that. But what's the difference between the anime Katsura or the manga Katsura? Well, if I remember correctly in the manga, this version of Kotonoha role is mostly the same as the anime, the difference being that Makoto breaks up with Sekai because he feels guilty about cheating on Kotonoha and begs her to forgive his actions. Wow, that's different. Oh, but there's more. However, Kotonoha has already gone insane due to the betrayal and tries to kill Sekai, only to accidentally harm Makoto when he intervenes. Okay, I take it back. But what about the games? Well, in Summer/slash Shiny Days, Kotonoha, along with her mother and sister, are pursuable in the game, but routes that are dedicated to each one of them, separately or together. It is possible for all the female Katsuras to end up in a harem relationship with Makoto. Can we move on? I don't feel comfortable talking about the game anymore. What about cross stays? Again, I'd rather not talk about it. Why? Because we do not speak of it. What about the OVA? Well, the OVA of the anime, where Kotonoha is a major character, competitors of who gives the best chocolate to Makoto. She happens to make her chocolate for him with some bizarre and occult materials. Ugh, why do I feel like this is high school all over again? I mean, what kind of a Minecraft yandere school roleplay is this? Wait, we're not even in Minecraft yandere school roleplay. And that many people praise and sympathize with Kotonoha's feminine and loving nature to Makoto, leading them to criticize her as a girly girl, in contrast to the tomboy Sekai, a Yamamoto Nadeshiko, or the stereotypical love interest. She has also become an archetype of a yandere. Due to her representation, Kotonoha has the most promotional products of all the female characters. Really? Is that true? Well, yes. I mean, since the anime came out, Kotonoha is the most promotional character in all that. Even though after the ending of episode 12, yeah, that as well. Not only that, for being the most popular character in the series, Kotonoha has her own dedicated fan book. Wait, there's a fan book of Kotonoha? That's the first time I'm hearing it. Me too. Yeah, me three also. But what is Kotonoha's fan book? I don't know. Why don't we look it up later? Please don't tell me it has H scenes or fan service. Because if it is, I ain't looking or touching the book. Yeah, I didn't know she had a fan book either. I mean, it's the first time I'm hearing of this. Man, we really been missing out, did we? Yeah. Let's not forget about the ending. Yeah, when Sekai killed Makoto, and then Kotonoha killed Sekai as well. But there's one thing that's still a mystery, and that is that Sekai wasn't pregnant. You know, when Kotonoha did the, trying to see if Sekai had a baby or not. Oh, that scene. Ugh. I don't wanna even think about it. I mean, that is a mystery. What do you think? Well, it's not known if Sekai is pregnant or not, because it was never even confirmed or anything. Don't you remember the episode where Sekai vomits? Isn't that the sign of pregnancy? Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I mean, if a female vomits, that is a sign of pregnancy, or yeah, that is true. I mean, what if Sekai wasn't pregnant at all? Is there such thing as phantom pregnancy? You mean false pregnancy? Yeah. Are you saying that Sekai has a false pregnancy? Well, I'm just thinking of a theory. Well, I can't rule out a possibility. But if Sekai has a false pregnancy, if I remember correctly the side effects, the false pregnancy, also known as the phantom pregnancy, are a rare condition that cause a woman to experience pregnancy like symptoms without carrying anything. Symptoms can include nausea or morning sickness, and abdominal enlargement caused by gas, and the chest tenderness and the swelling, weight gain, labor pains. I mean, as I said before, the condition are rare, so if Sekai had that side effects or showing any signs of a phantom pregnancy, I'm guessing that is a possibility. Well, I I can't rule out the possibility. If it's true, then if it is possible that Sekai does show signs of phantom pregnancy, I'm guessing that she never had a kid or be pregnant by Makoto. But still, well, in her profile, she does not have phantom pregnancy or false pregnancy in the file. There's no signs of it. Whether or not that Sekai is pregnant or false pregnancy, it's a mystery that we'll never know about. Hey, I was gonna say that. Sorry, beat you to it. Well, I guess that's it for this lesson. I'm guessing the bell is gonna ring in 3, 2, 1. Yep, I guessed it. I'm guessing that Cobra Scorpio is gonna come here. Yep. There he is now. Alright, I'm here. So, what were you doing? Well, we were just doing some unsolved mysteries with the Monster House, and we're doing a lesson of yandere. I can see that. What were you doing? Well, we were doing some unsolved mystery of the Monster House / Constance. Like, why did Constance allow the fence to be built along the trees? And second, why did Nevercracker even bother digging her out of the basement? And third, why are there no people out there when the monster house was chasing the kids in Nevercracker? And we were doing yandere lessons about Kotonoha, about her life and yandere behavior and all that type of stuff. And Sekai, about Sekai's pregnancy, that we question if Sekai has phantom pregnancy or false pregnancy. Alright, I guess. But anyways, I brought Junior and Niles. What? Hey there, guys. What you doing? Hey. Oh, hey there, you two. How's it going? We were doing fine. We'll accept that me and Junior and Scorpio were having a talk about, let me guess. High School DxD. Why Scorpio disliked the characters? Yeah, that. And he told you that he's gonna show you why. Yeah, that's what I want to ask. What was the argument about that you watched the episode? The four of you. We rather not talk about it because ever since we saw the episode where Diodora explained Asia's being a devil and planned her to be excommunicated by the church, when Scorpio said, "That's very hypocritical for you, Rias. Very hypocritical." Yeah, and we had an argument, because I don't know how long it lasts, about 10 to 40 minutes. Yeah, and after that, I keep telling Scorpio, why do you hate Rias so much? Why? Yes, we've heard that. Yeah, that's what we want to know. What was the argument about? And since then, I told Cobra, that I'm gonna show you why and finish this pointless argument once and for all. So yeah. Well, since we're all here, we may as well start the whole thing. Alright, let's get this over with, because this drama needs to end. This concludes the episode. Like and subscribe, and see you later, guys.